Und damit natürlich auch wieder herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Reaction. Ja, das Summer Game Fest ist vorbei. Ich nehme nämlich gerade am Montag auf, beziehungsweise ich streame am Montag. Aber ich schaue trotzdem jetzt im Nachhinein diese ganzen Sachen an, die ich verpasst habe. Unter anderem etwas, das ja schon vor dem Summer Game Fest live war. Und zwar die State of Unreal am Dienstag, glaube ich. Ja, Mittwoch war die State of Play, am Dienstag, glaube ich, war die State of Unreal. Und genau, die schaue ich mir jetzt an. 1,5 Stunden. Ich denke, es geht da einfach um die Zukunft der Unreal Engine und mehr weiß ich auch nicht, ich habe keine Ahnung, aber ich habe gesagt, ich nehme alles vom Summer Game Fest mit und das ist indirekt beim Summer Game Fest dabei, genau wie die State of Play. Angeblich soll ein Nintendo Direct im Juni kommen. Ja, ist die Frage natürlich. Ich meine, es war die letzten Jahre ja immer so, dass Nintendo am Dienstag nach dem Summer Game Fest die Direct gemacht hat, aber natürlich durch die Switch 2 Direct im Mai, weiß nicht, ob da, könnte sein, dass im Juni eine Nintendo Direct kommt, ja, weiß nicht. Aber auf jeden Fall, Summer Game Fest und State of Unreal. Und ich habe keine Ahnung, was mich erwartet, ich schaue es mir an. Dann kommt als nächstes, ist jetzt oben, die Triple-I Initiative, die war auch noch vor dem Summer Game Fest, aber ich nehme es einfach mit. Und dann kommen die Sachen, die eben am Samstag, die Directs, die am Samstag live waren. Ich werde heute nicht alle Directs mitnehmen können von Samstag, weil, ja, aber ich habe eher am Mittwoch auch noch Zeit. Und ich hoffe, heute und Mittwoch kriege ich das hin, dass ich dann Samstag und Sonntag und Montag nachhole. Ja, aber das Spiele-Line-Up der Switch 2 ist mau, die müssen was für Ende des Jahres ankündigen. Ja, stimmt schon. Ja, kann eh sein, dass Nintendo Direct im Juni kommt. So, wir starten erstmal rein. State of Unreal. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was mich erwartet. Ich weiß echt nicht. Nintendo Direct noch vor laglosen Streams von Armin. Ja. Ist gut möglich, dass das so sein wird. Was sind hier Vorspringen? Oh Gott. Ja, Freitag, ich glaube, heute habe ich nicht so viel Glück. Freitag hat ja super funktioniert, aber ich glaube, heute habe ich nicht so viel Glück. Es wird später wahrscheinlich besser. Aber jetzt gerade, ich mach mal automatisch, damit es nicht stockt. Ich mach mal automatisch. So, also State of Unreal. Der Fonds erinnert mich sehr stark an Split Fiction. Ja genau, Unreal Fest Orlando 2025. Ich hab noch nie vom Unreal Fest gehört, um ehrlich zu sein. Also, ich habe keine Ahnung. Aber man weiß ja, also ich darf nicht, ich will nicht stoppen. Ich will nicht stoppen. Die Unreal Engine, die wird schon krass. Also, es wird immer realistischer. Spiele werden immer realistischer. Das weiß man. Alter, was? Was? Was ist das für ein Game? Muss ich doch mal eine Liste zücken? Werden ja doch Spiele vorgestellt auch? Keine Ahnung. Oh. Es ist Witcher 4. Ach so. Ach so, es ist Witcher 4. Ah.
almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Ich glaube, Witcher 4 wird wirklich krass. Hast du wieder, also jetzt komme ich in diesen Ding rein, nachdem es nicht mehr live ist, dass ich pausiere. Ich will eigentlich gar nicht pausieren. Nein, ich habe noch keinen Witcher-Teil gespielt. Leider. Ich will es nachholen auf jeden Fall. Vor allem, weil Witcher 4 ja wahrscheinlich nächstes Jahr rauskommt oder so.
Thank you. Thank you everyone and welcome to the
Aber echt
State of
krass.
Unreal at Unreal
Ich glaube, Witcher
Festival
4
Orlando.
wird auch von der Grafik her
We're here to
extrem
tell you
krass.
what's next
Eben.
with Unreal Engine
Unreal
and
Engine, ja.
so much more.
Ja.
We are thrilled that you're able to join us.
Ja.
Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kitek from CD Projekt Red. We have a lot to talk about. Hey guys.
Hey. Thank you, Wyatt.
Aber ich habe noch kein
Thank you,
Witcher-Spiel
Wyatt, and
gespielt.
hello,
Muss ich
everyone.
noch.
With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
Born ready. Kitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure, let's do it.
Ja, er ist ein Gamer einfach. Ja, geil. Alter, er ist am Gamen.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is
Leider gerade bei der Internetverbindung schlecht. Das tut mir echt sehr leid, weil es ist halt Unreal Engine. Jetzt muss man eigentlich schon mit guter Internetverbindung schauen, aber
Alright, everyone, meet Kelpie.
kann es leider nicht. Was?
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So
Kelpie?
just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized
Vor allem
when
diese-
mounting from any angle and speed.
Diese cleanen Übergänge
And
zwischen
we also
Gameplay und
support
Cutscene, das ist halt
motion
krass.
movement on Kelpie. So controlling her feels
wird immer
realistic
besser.
and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
Alter, das ist sehr krass.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage.
Was?
And in order to achieve
Oh, das
gorgeous
ist-
foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes. which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Siri.
Das kann gar nicht sein. Ich muss noch mal probieren. 84p ist halt schon. Ist halt schon. Oh. Ich hoffe, das legt sich mit der Zeit. Ja, es ist.
Welcome to Valdres.
Es ist.
So Valdres is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of
Ich bin echt froh, dass am Freitag so smooth gelaufen ist. Das wundert mich so, ne?
Or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Siri took on her current contract. Hightech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace.
Ja, ich glaub, Witcher 4 wird echt geil. Nachdem Witcher 3 ja schon so ein krasser Erfolg geworden ist.
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdres has to offer.
Alter, wie der am Boden gespuckt hat.
For the furry rascal will often wink, and a bear's weight grants good fortune.
Pardon.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together.
Echt sehr, sehr detailreich.
Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper.
Alter.
That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it? Running away.
Round ones, jingle in the purse.
Okay, so this is the guy.
Völlig unrealistisch, dass man da einfach so straight durchgeht durch die Stadt, nicht alle 2 Sekunden stehen bleibt und sich umschaut und vielleicht zu Leuten hingeht, versucht mit denen zu reden. Völlig unrealistisch einfach. Klar, die zeigen nur ein bisschen was, aber es ist eh schon geil.
With tourists. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon you ladies after one of
Course. Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing some and more. Got mackerel cod, all Brexit's finest.
And there is tons of tech at play here, even in a simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdres. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
Was? Zirkus?
But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri?
Ja, ist echt krass, wie sich das alles entwickelt hat die letzten
We are
Jahre.
making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans.
Was?
A first look at Lanexet.
Onward, Kelby. With what?
Ja, schon nicht schlecht. Schon echt nicht schlecht.
Thanks, guys. Seriously, it looks amazing. And we've also barely scratched the surface of what's coming in Unreal 5.6. So here's Julien to tell you even more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Unreal Engine 5.6. Ich bin gespannt. Holy shit.
Hey everyone, great to be here in Orlando. I spent a lot of time on this demo, so I'm happy to be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6 release. An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal for the release, which was performance. We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds.
Ich meine,
We want to
wenn es bei
preserve
mir auch noch
graphics
in
quality.
1080p mindestens
And
wäre,
of course,
würde es geil
we
aussehen.
want to deliver high frame rates that you
Ah,
and your
schade.
players expect. So let's check it out, starting with rendering. If you all remember, when we released Nanite with UE5, it supported static geometry. Last year, we brought skinning to Nanite. And now, we're working on Nanite foliage. The only way to have a forest that looks as good as this one is to use 3D geometry for all parts of the trees, just like we do for everything else. However, this is a crazy amount of fine geometry, so we had to rethink how trees are created and displayed. To create them, we developed Nanite assemblies. These 28 little parts that you see are all that we use to build all the spruces from the forest.
Okay.
They are instanced thousands of times and used like building blocks to assemble trees in different ways.
Das ist krass.
And as you probably
Das ist krass,
noticed
wie
with the wind effect,
aufwendig das eigentlich alles
they
ist. Ne?
even support skeletal animation, which runs on the GPU. Thanks to assembly, we greatly reduce the storage, the runtime memory, and the rendering cost. Then, to display an entire forest, the challenge was to preserve fidelity and performance from any distance. Let's check up close the level of detail we're talking about here.
Oh, Junge.
Lots of details. But this triangle
Ja,
representation is not the most efficient when far away, due to the amount of overlapping. And that's why we made an adaptive voxel representation. But in reality, you'll never see those voxels this close, since when we move the camera back, they're barely a pixel.
Okay.
Nanite foliage is almost done. We are moving it to the main line as we speak, and it will be available for everyone in 5.7. Another thing I would like to share is that ray tracing and Lumen now run more than twice as fast with no visual trade-off compared to when UE5 was released. And because of that, we can now hit 60 FPS on consoles. And finally, we rewrote the rendering pipeline to run asynchronously so you can increase the richness of your scenes even more. Now let's talk about chaos physics. For chaos cloth, we improve our cloth-to-cloth constraint solution. This removes a lot of collision evaluation when garments are piling up and interacting with each other. Even for complex setup like Series Cape, we hit a sub-millisecond budget on PS5. With Chaos Flesh, we introduce procedural muscle activations to make deformation and motion more natural. Your artist will still have control over tetrahedral simulation and train ML models that run fast.
Und dann ist halt schon klar, dass so ein Spiel 80 € kostet, ne, bin ich ehrlich. Da ist dann schon klar. Ah, ist echt krass.
This is going to give you high-fidelity water without the performance cost of real-time fluid simulation. For animation, we work on both performance and fidelity. Here, you can see how Siri and Kelpie match up in their interaction. Well, that works no matter the angle of approach. That's our Molds character motion matching solution. We also added motion matching in Sequencer to build stitch tracks. With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic.
Das finde ich halt krass. Weil das ist immer so eine Sache, bei vielen Spielen merkst du es einfach, wenn du im Gameplay bist, dann gibt es so einen kurzen Freeze oder was auch immer, wo es dann in eine Cutscene reingeht. Liegt natürlich auch manchmal am PC selbst und nicht am Spiel, aber das sah halt komplett smooth aus. Ne? Ich glaube, flüssiger geht's nicht. Vom Gameplay in die Cutscene rein, so ein richtig geiler Übergang. Das finde ich schon nice.
Animation evaluation are now running in parallel off the game thread, which was our bottleneck. And for the other character systems that are just as costly, like movement, avoidance, state tree behaviors, we also move them to worker threads. This is really going to help you create scenes that are crowded and lively. Streaming has always been a big deal regarding performance. And the three biggest improvements we made are physics state creation, which now runs async, improve runtime PCG for ground scatter on GPU, and a new FastGeo plugin to stream static geometry. And just to take a different example, in City Sample, the streaming time was cut down by 90% while moving at high speed. We focus on a lot of areas for performance in 5.6, and mobile is no exception. We work on better defaults and scalability settings for mobile and minimize the default package size. We also improve our workflows with a UI refactor of the viewport toolbar and content browser, an on-device iteration workflow, and a mobile preview solution. So there you go. Unreal Engine 5.6 is all about performance, and it's available today.
Das ist krass. Ich persönlich kenne mich da eigentlich gar nicht aus. Ich finde es super interessant. Ich finde es wirklich richtig interessant. Ich höre gern zu.
Enjoy the tech talks and session we have for you guys and come chat with us. And now, please welcome Chris from the MetaHuman team. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Julian. Metahumans may only be a few years old, but we are seeing them everywhere.
Chris Evans.
Powering everything from games and AI agents,
Inso ist auch so
film,
krass, ne?
television, cultural heritage, and more.
Boah, Directive 8020, boah, darauf freue ich mich richtig. Mafia auch.
Coming from the community continues to inspire us. It reminds us why we build these tools in the first place. To make it easier
Aber wirklich,
for everyone
Directive
to tell
8020, darauf freue ich mich
stories
richtig hart.
Now
Das nächste Spiel, der Dark Pictures
expanding how you
Anthology.
create and animate metahumans with flexible workflows that help you move faster and work smarter. To walk us through some of the biggest features in this release, please welcome filmmaker and virtual production pioneer, Matt Workman.
Der Workman, ja.
Thanks, Chris. For those that don't know me, I'm a cinematographer and Unreal Engine developer. I worked on Epic's first in-camera VFX demo, the one with the motorcycle surrounded by LED walls. It was pretty cool. I'm also the creator of Cinetracer, a previs tool used by filmmakers worldwide. I've been using metahumans in my work since the alpha, and recently I've gotten some hands-on time with some of the new features coming in Unreal Engine 5.6. Metahuman Creator is a fast and intuitive web-based application used for creating digital characters.
Ich merke schon, die ist wieder langweilig.
With the 5.6 release, all of that power is available directly in the editor. That's right, Metahuman Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine. I think it's pretty cool too. You can create and work with metahumans directly in your project, keeping everything connected and in context. And with the new character assemblies, metahumans are built locally, making it even easier to integrate them directly into your pipeline.
Metahuman Creator is one of Unreal's first cloud-enhanced tools. It means you work locally, but for heavy
ich muss was machen, wenn der Stream ja alle 30 Sekunden am Buffern ist. Da musst du nichts machen, ne, weil du kannst es ja nicht ändern. Und ich auch nicht.
Which deliver high-fidelity results without ever leaving the editor. And in 5.6, local assembly reduces the average metahuman export time from 15 to 20 minutes down to 2 or 3. The team tackled all this while dramatically expanding the core representation model
sieht halt
and
echt gut aus, ne?
significantly improving visual fidelity.
Extrem krass
you
schon.
make even more diverse characters. They all look better. It's freaking fast, and it is in Unreal Editor on your local machine.
And while those are all major improvements,
eigentlich beängstigend gut schon, ne? Metahuman.
Metahumans have always had amazing facial customization, and now Epic is bringing that same level of control and realism to the entire body. In UE 5.6, metahumans get a major upgrade with the new parametric body system, letting you blend between different presets or fine-tune proportions using real-world measurements like height, inseam, shoulder width, and even muscle mass. And here's the best part. As the body changes, so does the clothing. The new Unreal Outfit asset automatically adapts garments to the character's body, all in real time, no matter the proportions. As someone who's built these kind of assets before, I can tell you this used to
Außerdem ist ja der Stream gar nicht so krass am Buffern, weil das Video mit weniger Qualität läuft, aber der Stream mit mehr Qualität. Ich weiß nicht warum. Obwohl. Ja, ich weiß. Ist halt scheinbar Twitch, beziehungsweise ja doch Stream steht über YouTube, scheinbar.
And that actually brings us to our next announcement. Starting today, metahumans and their accessories are available on Fab, Epic's one-stop shop for digital assets. This is the new metahuman channel on Fab, and there's already some great artists and studios sharing and selling content there. I'm going to shift gears for a minute. Matt, do you remember when we unveiled Metahuman Animator a couple years ago?
Of course. I consider myself Metahuman's #1 fan, and I'm also guilty for being eternally online. So, of course, I saw that demo, and of course, absolutely loved it.
Some of my industry friends, they thought it was sorcery. We went from capture to final results in a couple minutes, and it made high-quality facial animation accessible to everyone. Well, today we are taking it to the next level with a focus on real-time animation. We scoured the galaxy to find the best talent to demo these tools, and I think Matt has found just the right character for the job.
Now, I could be wrong, but I think I cooked here. This guy is a true
I think I cooked here.
Tons of experience, and he's even going to be joining us via live telecast from space. Outer space. Let's go ahead and connect.
Was? The
hey,
fuck?
Blue!
Dude, Matt! This is amazing! I'm making nachos in my nuclear-powered air fryer. Anyway, I was about to munch on this before the keynote. What's up?
What's up is that this is the keynote. We're live streaming to Unreal Fest right now. Dude, you're live.
Oh yeah, look at that. You people in your time zones. Hey, Chatterbox, can you turn it down? Like way, way down. I'm about to do a keynote. Yo, so what's up, Unreal friends? So get this, for the first time ever, you're seeing me live in real time. This isn't pre-recorded, it's not baked. You're seeing everything as it's happening.
Das ist Das ist echt gut.
And it's all thanks to MetaHuman Animator. Just check out my alter ego, Corey. He's down there on stage with you guys, and as you can see, our movements are mirrored within milliseconds.
Das
Even the
ist
smallest expressions
wirklich
are
gut.
beautifully articulated.
Alter, das ist
And look, he's not even wearing a helmet or a suit. I'm telling you, the possibilities are getting crazy.
Ja,
Now
aber
I can live
ehrlich.
chat with fans, take my stand-up act on the road, perform Macbeth. Okay, maybe not Macbeth. But the real truth is, the power of live performance
Also
is
das-
in all the happy accidents. Honestly, most of my best stuff happens when things go, you know, a little sideways.
Nuclear core instability detected.
Well? Also das haut mich gerade vom Hocker, wirklich.
Trusting my beautiful nachos to a DIY nuclear-powered air fryer.
Hey, Corey, come on out here.
Das ist... Also... Wirklich so... Das ist echt krass.
Corey Strasburger, everyone, the genius behind Blue and Xanadu. MetaHuman Animator now delivers high-fidelity facial animation from virtually any 2D video source in real time. Whether you're driving the performance of your favorite character or calling into keynotes from low Earth orbit,
Ja, ist krass.
the sky is the limit when it comes to breathing life into your characters. And speaking of that, Corey was just driving Blue with a consumer webcam and markerless motion capture from the Captury.
Corey, let me be the first to congratulate you on Blue's VTuber debut right here at Unreal Fest. And by that, I mean that this is the first time we're seeing MetaHuman Blue puppeted live, and he looked incredible on the big screen. And I know we've said this before a couple times, but I still can't believe that that level of facial quality is possible from a tiny consumer webcam. It's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. It is, man. It's all mind-blowing. And for me, doing everything sort of solo, being able to see my performance like instantly is literally at the core of my pipeline. So I've been waiting for this quality for a really long time. And Chris, thanks to an amazing collaboration with the MetaHuman team, Blue is finally pure MetaHuman. And so with all the other crazy stuff that you guys are elevating, I think Xanadu is about to level up.
Mit dieser neuen Technologie geht es ja auch viel einfacher, solche Spiele zu machen, ne? Zu produzieren.
Corey and Matt, and thanks for showing everyone.
Wenn ich nur dran denke, zum Beispiel wie die Detroit Become Human gemacht haben und mit dieser Technik, wie man das jetzt machen könnte.
We're going to end big with a few updates about MetaHumans and how they fit into the broader creative ecosystem. First up, today we're releasing 2 advanced toolchains to everyone, MetaHuman Expression Editor and Groom Tools. The Expression Editor lets experienced riggers fine-tune a character's expressions and expression combinations, whether matching scans or creating something completely custom, like a nacho-eating space alien. And our new Groom Tools simplify one of the hardest parts of character creation, high-fidelity hairstyles, making the process more intuitive, faster, and streamlining export directly to Unreal Engine.
Ja, Haare sind das Härteste, ne? Das Schwierigste.
For our own teams to solve real production challenges, and now we're opening them up to the entire community. Next, we know you want support from MetaHumans in your favorite content creation tools, so we're working with partners to make sure that DNA and rig logic work wherever you do. And we have saved the biggest announcement for last. We have updated the Unreal Engine license to include MetaHumans. You can use them everywhere, in every engine, in any creative software. Go make amazing characters and help define the future of digital humans.
Das ist echt krass. Das ist echt krass, ne? Junge.
If you're curious to learn more, join our Unreal Fest sessions, swing by our booth, or check out metahuman.com to get hands-on with everything you've just seen, and thank you.
Heftig. Ich hab keine Worte dafür. Das ist echt krass. Junge.
All right, hey guys, what do you think so far? Yes, let's go. We've got a lot more in store for you this morning and over the days ahead. We've got
an absolute room full of rock stars here today from different industries making everything Unreal. We've got AAA game developers, indie developers, Fortnite creators, filmmakers, car designers, architects, fashion designers. I could go on. You're all here to connect, share, and learn. And learn you shall. We've got over 150 tech talks and dozens of hands-on labs covering all of Epic's developer tools and services. And many of these sessions are going to be led by our growing community of instructors, educators, and service partners. And I want to thank all of you who are giving so much back to this incredible community. Now let's talk about a few more exciting updates from across the Epic ecosystem, starting with Reality Scan. In the coming weeks, we'll launch Reality Scan 2.0, which will unify the desktop and mobile versions under one banner. Now, CD Projekt Red put Reality Scan 2.0 to the test, using it to capture natural objects in high fidelity for the Witcher 4 tech demo that you just saw. Complex rock and tree scans involve data sets that were previously really tough to process. But with 2.0, it will achieve better mesh accuracy with fewer manual steps.
Junge, man merkt ja fast keinen Unterschied mehr, was echt und was nicht echt ist. Ich hab das Gefühl, die Unreal Engine wird schon langsam zur Real Engine.
Developers and art studios using Reality Scan to bring Megascan's quality content to Fab. Just take a look at this absolutely incredible Paris environment from Scan Factory, which launches today on Fab, featuring over 1,000 assets that are available for use in UE5, UEFN, and even Unity. The Quixel team has also been cooking up an amazing lineup of thousands of new Megascan assets that will start releasing on Fab later this month. And this summer, we'll be launching Fab natively in the Epic Games Launcher. Our goal with this is to bring you Quixel Bridge functionality that makes it easier for you to access your content and integrate it into your workflows.
Also in Zukunft werden Spiele, die mit Unreal Engine gemacht wurden,
DCCs, starting with UE5, Blender,
crazy,
and Cinema 4D. And we'll do more from there. You know, we've also set ourselves up to support batch actions to download and export content. Back in April, we announced that Loci, a leading computer vision and AI company, joined Epic.
Loki.
We're working quickly to bring Loci's technology to Fab, which will improve our tagging accuracy, enable semantic search, and improve our IP moderation capabilities to ensure that our artists' work is protected. All right, we've shown you what's coming from our side. Now it's time to spotlight some of the incredible projects from across industries that are putting Unreal to the test.
Da bin ich gespannt. Oh, aha.
We sure cause a lot of explosions.
Split Fiction. Aha, was war's? Dr. Doom?
There have been noise complaints.
Mixtape? Fragezeichen? Was gab Mixtape? Metal Gear Solid? Das ist Mixtape, ja. Auch sehr viele unterschiedliche Projekte. Also Games. Ja, krass.
This year, one of our major goals is to make animating linear content in Engine awesome. We've got a lot of work to do still, but the 5.6 release is packed with new features that have been influenced and battle-tested by some of the world's best studios. One of them is here with us today. The Third Floor has an impressive track record of using Unreal to make movies like Guardians of the Galaxy and shows like House of the Dragon. Here to tell you about their next incredible production is co-director of the new Predator movie, Josh Wasson.
Ah, ja, Predator Movie. Killer of Killers, ne?
In March 2020, I was working with director Dan Trachtenberg on the pitch for Prey when everyone got sent home. We had been dreaming of pushing previs into animation for years and had just finished our UE pipeline for The Mandalorian. Uncertain what would happen to movies in a post-COVID era, now is the time for Third Floor to get serious about finals. So while we're having a blast crafting scenes in UE for Prey, I got to show Dan the cool things we had brewing, And that led to an idea. What if Predator was an animated movie? Fast forward to the industry contraction of 2023, and projects started dropping.
Interessanter Zugang, ne?
But this crazy ambitious film with a crazy ambitious schedule materialized right in the middle of it all.
Aber man kann mit Unreal Engine, glaube ich, auch sehr krasse Animationsfilme
machen. More than 1,000 projects. The artists at TTF have been on the front lines of visual storytelling in movies, games, and episodics. When Predator came along,
Marvel.
They took all of that live-action experience, all of their love for cool stuff and great stories, and poured their hearts into a new kind of animated feature. So Dan and I pitched a film rooted in live action that looks and feels like moving concept art. We developed a handcrafted style from the paint strokes to our stop-motion-inspired movement on twos. It was a monumental challenge, but the leap into anim led to significant innovation. Our team built Hummingbird, our real-time lighting and comp tool inside UE. It handled all of our stylization passes in engine before render. We saved countless render hours and reduced our hard drive usage to 1/50th the space traditionally required. Now, let me tell you about my favorite character in the movie. Ursa has this deep-rooted thirst for revenge. She learns that the man responsible is in this throne room in this huge fortress. So Dan had this idea, what if we did an entire battle in one shot? What if we kept the camera focused on her goal? And what if Ursa fought them all by herself? The best way to speed up any production is to speed up decision-making. So with 4 parallel teams inside Unreal, we got the entire film up on screen in 4 months, allowing us to iterate and hone the story and really make it sing before shifting into final animation. Ultimately delivering the film in 18 months. If this movie were live action, we'd be filming at golden hour every day for weeks with a massive crew and several giant vats of blood.
Klar. Ganz klar.
In animation, we really wanted to go for it, no holding back. So we choreographed every composition, every strike, every arrow, and blood splatter, like a gigantic dance with 98 parts. Yet we also wanted to feel the camera operator reacting to all the kills as they happen to put you inside this quest for revenge. On behalf of 20th Century Studios, Dan Trachtenberg, and all of us at Third Floor, we hope you enjoy this exclusive clip from Predator, Killer of Killers.
Mhm. Da gab es ja auch viel Kritik, ne? Zum Trailer von Predator Killer of Killers. Nachdem ich noch keinen einzigen Film dieses Franchise gesehen habe, kann ich dazu gar nichts sagen. Aber es ist schon krass, was man mit Unreal Engine alles machen kann. Das kann ich schon sagen. Schon sehr beeindruckend. Junge. Junge.
It's the Predator movie we've always wanted, and it's prevised, assembled, lit, rendered, and composited all in Unreal. And it's premiering this Friday on Hulu, so check it out. And congratulations to Josh and the team.
Bin gespannt.
There are so many games that we could highlight today. Last year, we celebrated Black Myth Wukong from Game Science, which has now grossed over $1 billion since launch. This year, we're celebrating another example of a small team that's taking the world by storm. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is an absolute masterpiece from Sandfall Interactive. And in an eerie case of numerical serendipity, Expedition 33 sold over 3.3 million units in its first 33 days. It started with an epic mega and it's now
3,3 Millionen in 33 Tagen.
Let's hear from Sandfall's co-founder Tom Guillermin.
Bonjour Hellfest, I am Tom Guillermin, co-founder and technical director at Sandfall Interactive, the studio behind Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's an honor to be able to share a few words with you today. When we began the development of Expedition 33 back in 2020, Unreal was starting to open up new possibilities for a smaller team like ours to create games in realistic 3D.
Habe ich schon auf der Wishlist übrigens, ne? Glaube ich zumindest. Hoffe ich.
5 that came with Lumen, Nanite and MetaHuman, which all transformed how we create.
Ich schreibe es mal kurz auf, ich sollte es schon auf der Wishlist haben eigentlich.
As a small team, we always did our best to play to the engine's strengths, religiously getting every update to try out the new features and optimizations from Epic. This allowed us to keep our development focused on the element that would have the most impact on the game we were making. The visual identity of our world, the story and the characters, and of course the gameplay with this blend of turn-based strategy and real-time action. The Unreal Engine has been the key element empowering our small team to create our dream game.
Ich finde das Spiel sehr interessant, ja, ich auch.
All the people that contributed to the engine. Both Epic for the amazing software they have created, but also the community for all the plugins, tutorials, assets, and resources that you can find online to get started. It is this whole ecosystem that allowed the project to grow organically, from my friend Guillaume building up the
uninteressant.
for the first time in 2019, creating a small project named Sandfall, to
ich meine,
6
ja.
years later, the release of
Ich finde es interessant.
33 with that very same
Sehr interessante Genre-Kombination, sag ich jetzt mal, in diesem Spiel. Ach so, uninteressant. Ja, ist ein U dran, stimmt, habe ich gar nicht gesehen.
Epic and the community. And we are extremely
Naja,
grateful for that.
jeder hat seine eigene Meinung,
We really
ist
hope
okay.
we will keep seeing more and more amazing games and experiences made with Unreal in the upcoming years. And on the behalf of everybody at Sandfall, we wish you a great Unreal Fest, and we're looking forward to meeting you all in the future. Tomorrow comes. Demain viendra. Cheers.
Thanks, Tom. Congrats to you and the team. We're so happy for you guys. Now, this year we're seeing more and more momentum with mobile devs who are capitalizing on the increasing player demand for high-performance and immersive mobile games. One team that's leading the way in UE5 mobile development is Infold Games, whose gorgeous game Infinity Nikki offers a unique blend of fashion and adventure. Please welcome Zhishuan Ding to the stage to tell you more.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. First, I want to thank our friend at Epic for inviting me here today. As you can probably tell, I'm a little nervous being on stage in English. But I was even more nervous when I first joined Infold Games to create Infinity Nikki, our most ambitious project yet. Let me share our story with you. Our journey began in 2012 with just 4 people. Here are the games released before starting Infinity Nikki in 2021. And we still update all of them today. These were mobile-only games focused on dress-up and interactive story gameplay. We could have stayed comfortably in that space, but we didn't want to. We want to create a life beyond amazing. That means crafting new experience no one has ever imagined. That means pushing far beyond current generation technology to deliver a game that not only looks stunning, but stay emotionally touching for years to come. That means Infinity Nikki, our first Unreal Engine 5 cross-platform game with over 20 million downloads at launch, largely driven by mobile.
20 Millionen Downloads als Mobile Game ist schon gut.
Infinity Nikki is about finding a peace in a cozy open world, bringing happiness to everyone. Dress Up is not just for style, it's a way to interact with the lively world, alone or with friends. From a technology view, our pillars should many impossible things at once. High-fidelity graphics that supports outfit customization, even in corporate mode, with over 1,000 outfit parts and more than 100 colors per character. A huge map full of fine details for deep beauty, perfect for close-up camera shots. And it must run smoothly on our platform. For all players, big goals.
Ich glaube, es ist nicht so leicht, ne?
We had never launched a cross-platform game before. Ich glaube,
ein Cross-Platform-Game ist schon schwierig. Handy-Game und PC. Ich glaube, es ist nicht leicht. Ist es Genshin? Das ist nicht Genshin, das ist Infinity Nikki. Ist nicht Genshin, ne?
Lumen gave us movie quality lighting in real time. Open world tools like Word Partition help our team of over 1,000 people stay creative and work well together. Unreal Engine 5's new rendering help our team bring amazing visuals to mobile devices. Thanks to Epic support, we made it happen. Now let's take a look at the open world. We want to make a detailed, exciting world for players to explore. Our first map covers 400 square kilometers.
Größtenteils negativ. Ich schaue kurz im Play Store.
We had to make sure memory and performance were never compromised, especially on mobile. Unreal Engine let us build a cross-platform GPU rendering system.
Es ist gratis.
With smart GPU culling and a level of detail control. Draw core and triangle stay in budget on all devices.
Ich dachte, das kostet was. Auf Steam ist es negativ.
So much care into these details. I want to share a fan story that shows what Unreal Engine 5 means for our players.
Es ist gratis am Handy, das hätte ich nicht gedacht. Ich habe gerade nachgeschaut. Ich wollte gerade nachschauen, wie viel es kostet, das ist gratis. Ah, krass. Was?
My mom and I play Infinity Nikki differently. She reads every item description, smiles when Nikki jumps, and changes into a pretty blue outfit. It does not matter if she finishes the platforming. When I was finally able to take her on a long-distance trip, she spent hours picking dresses and took many photos, even of a small flower by the road. Now I understand. My mom loves every small moment. We play Infinity Nikki in different ways, but we love each other the same.
So normal ist das nicht, dass Handy-Games gratis sind. Vor allem solche halt mit Unreal Engine. Also, ja, ich meine, hätte ich halt nicht gedacht trotzdem. Klar, Handy-Games sind meistens gratis, aber auch mit, ich glaube heutzutage, ich habe keine Ahnung, ich meine, ich bin lange weg vom Mobile Gaming. Lange weg, habe ich als Kind gemacht. Und damals war es normal, dass Spiele kostenlos sind, aber mittlerweile weiß ich nicht mehr, wie sich das entwickelt hat. Wenn ich das gesehen habe, habe ich schon gedacht, das kostet vielleicht so ein paar Euros. Aber, ja.
Hello everyone.
Fortnite und Genshin auch kostenlos sind auch Unreal. Okay.
I'd like to first thank
Auf Handy,
Epic Games for this opportunity.
Okay.
It's a great honor to introduce our
Wie gesagt, ich bin weit weg von Handy-Gaming, schon lange.
Let me introduce Mongil Stardive. Mongil Stardive is the successor to Monster Taming, a game we first launched back in 2013. Known as Mongil in Korea, the game was a huge success, surpassing 10 million downloads just in Korea. With this new title, we aim to expand the world of Mongil by creating a vibrant living world.
Ich habe mich auch auf dem Handy gespielt. Wird schon Leute geben.
To achieve this, we chose Unreal Engine 5, which allowed us to capture even the most subtle emotional expressions of the characters, making the world of Stardive truly come alive. This was the best choice for delivering a seamless cross-platform experience across PC, console, and mobile. One of our key goals is to provide players a full new gameplay.
Ja, wahrscheinlich, die keine Konsole oder PC haben. Es ist trotzdem krass, wenn ich das so sehe, wie sich Handy-Games entwickelt haben.
That means every time you change characters, it'll feel like you're playing a different game.
Früher hat sowas nicht gegeben fürs Handy. Never.
From a simple action game into a truly immersive adventure.
Na, schon krass.
Moreover, the monsters in Stardive are not just enemies. They can be tamed, nurtured, and become your companions along the journey. Depending on their traits, they can also be used to craft weapons or used as ingredients to cook, adding a deeper layer of strategy and connection to the game. Each monster is a living, growing creature, transforming the conventional concept of monster collecting into a meaningful, dynamic relationship. The Epic Games Store, with its global reach and strong community, is the ideal platform to connect with players around the world.
Schau dir mal die Switch 2 an. Mobile Hardware und Mario Kart World läuft in 4K mit 60 FPS. Die Mobile Hardware hat sich extrem entwickelt. Stimmt schon, ja. Ja, klar. Ja, Switch 2 ist generell krass. Switch 2 ist generell krass. 4K mit 60 FPS. Ja. Und was sagst du zu Mario Kart World? Was ist so deine Rezension bis jetzt? Würde mich mal interessieren. Und sagst du, ist gerechtfertigt der Preis? Vor allem, das ist ja das Wichtigste, weil sich sehr viele Leute darüber aufgeregt haben, dass Mario Kart World zu teuer ist. Sagst du, ist gerechtfertigt oder trotzdem zu teuer? Oder die Switch 2, ist sie zu teuer mit 500 €? Oder wie viel die kostet? Oder gerechtfertigt? Würde mich mal interessieren.
Thank you. 감사합니다. We hope to see you at tomorrow's session. Speaking of our friends at Epic Games Store, let's hear from Steve Allison.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks, Ken. It's exciting to see Netmarble Monster bringing Mongil Stardive to the Epic Games Store exclusively at launch on PC and taking advantage of our Epic First Run program to keep 100% of the first 6 months of net revenue. As you know, our industry is living through significant headwinds right now, and the Epic Games Store offers all developers a
Ich habe es Final gekauft, da habe ich ja nur 40 € für Mario Kart bezahlt, 510 mit Mario Kart war das die Originalkonsole, kostet ja 470. Ich finde das Spiel in Ordnung, nur einziger Kritikpunkt ist, dass sie Itemwechsel nicht reingepackt haben, sonst Top-Game, auch der neue Battle Royale-Modus ist mega, die Open World, muss ich sagen, gibt mich jetzt 0, okay. Ja, cool. Ich muss sagen, wie ich zum ersten Mal den Trailer gesehen habe von Mario Kart World, das war schon sehr krass. Also für Mario Kart Game Open World auf einmal echt krass. 510 € für Konsole und Mario Kart ist wahrscheinlich, ja, ist halt ein Bundle, ist eigentlich ein guter Preis, weil sonst zahlst du ja 90 €, glaube ich, für Mario Kart World oder 100 € für die physische Variante.
We want to do everything we can to help during this critical time to maximize your success. So we have added another tool to the Epic Games Store toolkit. Starting June 1st, we've changed our initial revenue share to 0% so that you receive 100% of the first $1 million in net revenue and then 12% to Epic after passing that threshold. Pretty cool, yeah, awesome. And this change is per title.
Ist aber nur digital, stört viele mich aber nicht.
So this applies to new titles and back catalog releases and all existing and future Epic Games Store partners and their titles on both PC and mobile benefit from this change immediately. And so life to date, we've paid our developer and publishing partners over $2.1 billion and we're just getting started.
Markus wollte teilweise zum Sale für 80 €, ich glaube, ein paar Monate sinkt es vielleicht.
Even after years
ja, weiß
of building the store on PC, we know there's still a ton of work to be done to deliver a world-class experience for our over 70 million monthly active users. And in the coming months, we'll be rolling out long overdue features on PC that will move us closer to that vision. Download Manager 2.0 was released just a few weeks ago.
Death Stranding.
And preloading is coming finally in September. Gifting is targeting a release in time for the holidays so that you can gift games to your friends. And our revamped social is rolling out this year and will connect our PC and mobile players together with game-independent voice chat, text chat, and parties, along with robust game invites for third-party games. And this will be the building block for several innovative social features on the store that will follow.
Okay, der Akku im Handheld ist schnell, ja, 2 Stunden ist Schicht im Schacht. 2 Stunden ist aber schon wenig, ne?
And of course, delivering a great player experience
ja, schon sehr wenig.
Meeting players wherever they are, which is why mobile remains a key focus for us. We've already seen strong momentum on mobile with over 40 million installs to date, and we're pushing hard to hit 70 million by the end of the year. The Epic Games Store is available globally on Android, and we are continuing to expand our global footprint on iOS. Today, it's available on iOS in the European Union, with upcoming launches in Brazil, the UK, and Japan, as new laws in those countries come into effect. In Q1, we launched with a curated selection of third-party titles, and as of today, there are over 70 games live on the Epic Games Store mobile, with more being added regularly. This deliberate, phased approach ensures a high-quality experience as we gear up to open the store to self-publishing in the near future. In March, to accelerate installs and to keep players coming back week after week, we brought our weekly free games program to mobile. So each week, as we do on PC, we are partnering with developers to give players at least one new free game directly through the app on both Android and iOS, celebrating the best of premium mobile and partnering with developers on content packs for free-to-play games. Our focus is getting the Epic Game Store Mobile to 1.0.
Ja, das stimmt, aber dafür haben sie die Switch 2 nicht gedrosselt. Die Switch 1 haben sie extrem beschnitten, dass weniger Performance hat, dafür mehr Akku. Ich finde mehr Performance, weniger Akku okay. Jeder, der nicht auf den Kopf gefallen ist, schließt halt eine Powerbank an, wenn er mehr braucht. Klar. Okay, das habe ich gar nicht gewusst. Ja, das ist natürlich mehr Akku für weniger Performance. Ja, schwierig. Die einen sehen so, die anderen sehen so wahrscheinlich. Ne? Ich glaube, ich persönlich, ja, mir ist ja egal. Weil wenn ich Switch spiele, logischerweise dann spiele ich nicht auf der Handheld, sondern dann spiele ich dann so ne, am PC, halt über die Capture Card. Deswegen wäre bei der Switch 2 auch so. Okay, also für mich wäre es auch okay. Weniger Akku, mehr Performance. Okay. Oh ne, Fortnite. Oh nein. Okay, da bin ich jetzt. Fortnite bin ich jetzt raus.
Thank you. We launched Unreal Editor for Fortnite just over 2 years ago with a simple goal: give developers everything they need to build, launch, and grow their own games in Fortnite. Since then, it's been incredible to see how creators and players have responded. Millions of people
ja, und die Switch 1 Mods kannst du Nintendo-Bestellungen entfernen und ihre richtige Leistung abrufen. Da laufen teilweise fast alle Games auf 60 FPS auf einmal. Ja, okay. Ich lege jetzt nicht so krassen Wert drauf, bin ich ehrlich. Aber cool, dass es geht. Auf jeden Fall.
In Fortnite and driving players to the ecosystem. In fact, this last weekend, Super Red vs. Blue by Jogo hit a major milestone. For the first time ever, a creator-made island took the #1 spot for concurrent players in Fortnite, surpassing even Epic's own games.
Nice.
This is a proof point for us that the ecosystem is heading in the right
Was hast du eigentlich gezockt auf der Switch 1? Mein allererstes Spiel war Super Mario Odyssey. Das war mein allererstes Switch 1 Spiel. Und dann generell, ja, Mario Games halt.
And thanks to that effort, engagement payouts going to third-party
ja,
creators
größtenteils
have
Mario
already
Games.
reached $722 million since the launch of UEFN.
Auch ein paar andere Games.
None of this would be possible without you, our community, which is core to UEFN. We're proud to have thousands of dedicated developers building this ecosystem.
Mein erstes war Super Mario Odyssey.
And part of building this lasting ecosystem is talking with developers, learning from
Aber auch
your experiences, and
Cuphead
using
zum
this
Beispiel.
information to help shape our roadmap. Because ultimately, what good is
Mario Maker 3, ja. Natürlich, Mario Maker 2 habe ich auch gespielt. Mario Maker 3 war krass, ja. 3D Mario auf Switch 2, ja. Neues 3D Mario. Hab mir da gehofft, dass bei der Nintendo Direct neues 3D Mario angekündigt wird, aber da war es halt Mario Kart World und neues 3D Donkey Kong. Ja, Donkey Kong, ne? Das ist halt das nächste Thema. Das neue Design von Donkey Kong. Finde ich schade. Finde ich echt schade, was sie aus Donkey Kong gemacht haben. Aber ich bin ja gerade dabei, dass ich die alten Mario-Spiele alle nochmal spiele. Weil das Geile auf der Switch 1 ist, man kann halt die Spiele vom NES, vom SNES, von Nintendo 64, vom Game Boy, kann man alles spielen auf der Switch 1. Finde ich voll geil. Ja, stimmt, Mario Maker 3 mit dem Maus-Modus. Stimmt. Ja, das ist ja cool.
Now you're here. How did you find success in UEFN? Like, how did you build towards what you are today?
Well, I released a few maps, but the momentum really started coming when I started releasing my warm-ups.
Ja, und heute übrigens ist ja das Steam Next Fest gestartet. Das nächste. Und ich glaube, ich werde wieder so viele Demos spielen, ne? In Zukunft dann. Weil die Woche muss ich noch das Summer Game Fest nachholen. Ja, deswegen bin ich hier. Okay. Ich habe schon so viele Benachrichtigungen von Steam bekommen. Dieses Spiel hat eine Demo und dieses Spiel hat eine Demo und dieses Spiel hat eine Demo. Oh Gott, es wird so viel. Es wird so viel werden. Vor allem, ich hoffe, die Demos sind lange verfügbar. Weil ich werde die Woche wahrscheinlich gar nicht mehr zum Spielen kommen. Deswegen hoffe ich, dass die Demos mindestens einen Monat, vielleicht sogar 2 Monate verfügbar sind. Nur 10 Millionen Games auf der Wünsche hast, selber schuld. Ja, durch das Summer Game Fest kommen ja noch mehr dazu. Was soll ich machen? Ja, stimmt ja eh. Nee, ich werde so machen wie immer. Ich werde mir die Woche einfach viele Demos runterladen und die habe ich dann halt. Und wenn Demos nicht mehr verfügbar sind, dann kann ich halt nicht spielen, bringt ja nichts. Aber von der Erfahrung her sind es im Schnitt nur einige. Also die meisten Demos sind für längere Zeit verfügbar, für 2-3 Monate. Aber manche sind halt wirklich nur für einen Monat oder so verfügbar oder für ein halbes Monat. Aber die Erfahrung hat gezeigt, meistens kann ich schon bis auf 2, 3, vielleicht 4 Demos kann ich alle spielen eigentlich, die ich mir vorgenommen habe. Werde ich dann wieder wahrscheinlich im Stream machen, ne? Werde ich wieder Demo-Streams machen. Aber ja, es geht auch, heutzutage geht es nicht anders, dass man 10 Millionen Games auf der Wishlist hat. Geht ja gar nicht anders.
Is the foundational layer of the engine that unifies the editor and runtime representation of the scene, making everything you built accessible through verse code. In the editor, Scene Graph enables rapid construction of rich, detailed environments by organizing entities into a clear hierarchical view. Repeating elements like desks or chairs in an auditorium can be converted into prefabs, simplifying management, enabling easy variation. And at runtime, your verse code can traverse the same hierarchy to dynamically modify the scene.
Nur 19. Das ist völlig unrealistisch, David. Wie kann das denn sein? Ich meine, okay, ich sollte mir mal meine gesamte Wishlist anschauen, weil ich glaube, es sind auch ein paar scheiß Games dabei, die ich irgendwann vor Jahren gewishlistet habe. Ich glaube, ich sollte die mal aussortieren. Aber dann bleiben trotzdem noch 600 oder so. Aber 19 ist völlig unrealistisch, David. Was ist los? Was ist denn da los?
We intended to ship the first season of Fortnite Battle Royale, built with UEFN in version 2025. Since then, plans have changed a bit, and we're not going to be able to meet that target. Right now, we're tracking to 2026.
Aber ist Fortnite heutzutage wirklich noch so beliebt wie vor Jahren? Ich weiß gar nicht. Ich glaube ehrlich gesagt nicht so, ne? Ich glaube, Fortnite ist eher abgeschrieben mittlerweile. Ich glaube, es war ja diese Corona-Zeit, wo Fortnite den Aufschwung hatte.
The release of off-platform features like deep linking, enabling you to market your game on social media, link players directly to your island inside Fortnite. And in-game retention tools like Favorite Creator give you more ways than ever to build and engage communities directly.
Fortnite läuft noch gut. Okay.
So far, 6 creators have already surpassed 1 million favorites in games since launching the feature last year. And this not only makes it easier for players to discover and play their favorite games, but it's also a great opportunity for creators to grow their audience and their business. To further support that growth, we're doubling down on data sharing and helping you make smarter decisions as you build and launch your games. So let's talk a bit about the new Fortnite Data API. We are building Fortnite to be a true open ecosystem, one where creators have full insight into every dynamic factor that makes a game successful. And the Fortnite Data API is a key part of that vision. 2 years ago, we made the CTU of every Fortnite island visible in-game.
Ich würde sagen, die 3 größten Online-Games sind Fortnite, LoL, Valorant und CS. Sind zwar 4, aber okay. Ja, wie gesagt, bei Online-Multiplayer bin ich raus, da kenne ich mich gar nicht aus. Als ob Fortnite noch so groß, Valorant, okay, LoL die ganze Zeit und CS, ja, auch eigentlich die ganze Zeit, ne? Aber ich habe in meinem Leben noch kein einziges Mal Fortnite gespielt.
You can use the API to build your own dashboard or reference existing tools and websites to better understand performance, giving you the opportunity to find the right genre, the right audience, and the right moment to launch your game driven by insights, not guesswork. You can learn more about the Data API in our Creator Portal talk tomorrow.
Ich habe das Gefühl, dass sich Fortnite das größte ist Call of Duty, ist aber halt nicht kostenlos. Ja. Ich habe das Gefühl, dass sich Fortnite immer mehr zu Roblox entwickelt. Außer ich verstehe es komplett falsch, aber so wie ich das verstehe, kann man in Fortnite eigene Spiele erstellen und eigene Spiele spielen. Das ist ja wie ein Roblox einfach. Also das ist ja okay.
So let's set up the challenge that we want the assistant.
Ja, die machen einen auf Sandbox, weil er eben. Erinnert mich immer mehr an Roblox, ehrlich. Aber scheinbar kommt es gut an. Was soll man machen?
Our props to randomly spawn within our play space. So let's go ask the Epic Developer Assistant to help us out.
Was?
Now, I don't want to subject you to my typing skills, so we're gonna copy and paste
Was steht da?
the prompt directly into the assistant.
Hey, is need some verse code to spawn 5 creative...
I need some verse code that will randomly spawn 5 creative props in the map. I've added some extra context here, such as how the spawn radius and how far apart the props should spawn, just to make sure that this will work in our existing game.
Sogar Fangs. Nee, das
The
ist...
props respawn every 10 seconds
Ja.
to make it a more challenging experience for our players. And me.
Die zahlen sogar Leuten Geld, wenn ihr eigene Map oder Modus viel gespielt ist.
Ja,
fuck. Okay.
So, while the assistant generates a response, you can see it may provide relevant
Das Thanks braucht einfach viel zu viel Rechenleistung. Das sollte man weglassen.
Powered by GPT-4.1 and is fine-tuned using our, like Epic's own verse code licensed from creators who signed up to help, and all of our current documentation. And once the assistant has generated the code, it'll test if the code can compile. If it can't, it has a second self-repair step to correct the code.
It looks like it's generated. It tells us how to use it, and then we have the code. Alright, it looks good. Let's
Alle Leute, die früher sowas selbst programmieren müssten, jetzt mittlerweile.
paste it directly into our file. Now,
Ohne Scheiße,
I
Leute
already
leben
tried
davon.
this code earlier today to make it a little easier for us to do this live. So let's delete everything that's there and replace it with what we
Deswegen
just
wundert es mich, dass
generated.
Fortnite so gut läuft. Noch immer.
We'll save, and then we'll press the build button in the top right-hand corner, and it built successfully.
Das ist richtig aufgeregt einfach.
All right, but we're not done yet. Now let's go into UEFN and make sure that the random prop spawner verse device is set to spawn the correct prop, our custom prop banana. All right, that's all good. Let's push verse changes. And finally go in to live edit. When this loads, we'll be able to test that our random spawner code works, making sure
Monte
that
auch
our
nicht
bananas
gebaut,
spawn
als ob.
randomly
Okay.
and that
Ja,
every
natürlich kenne
10
ich Monte.
seconds they move.
Ich bin einer der wenigen, der noch Fortnite spielt in der deutschen
We gotta
Streamer.
collect 3.
The fuck? In der deutschen
And
Streamer
now we can escape.
Community.
And that's it. Now our team can continue to iterate and refine our game.
Okay. Achso, der spielt gar kein Fortnite mehr. Der hat nur eine Map erstellt für Geld. Alles klar, okay. Deswegen sage ich ja. Gefühlt ist Fortnite für mich schon abgeschrieben. Weil da gab es halt Zeiten, wo jeder Fortnite gespielt hat. Jeder. Trimax, Monte, Knossi und alle anderen auch noch.
All this is all part of a bigger mission to give creators more power and flexibility to bring your creative vision to life. Another example of this is how we've redefined what's possible through deep IP integration. We've been collaborating with the leaders in film, television, music, and sports.
Also mit Captain America Schild, bitte.
It started with a few iconic outfits in Battle Royale and has evolved into
Shooter sind halt beliebt.
shaped around cultural experiences.
Vor allem Online-Multiplayer. Was, Godzilla? Online-Multiplayer-Shooter sind beliebt, ja.
So last year, we kicked off a movement that started just that. We work with brands so creators can build with world-class IP. A simple one-click agreement, pre-negotiated share of the engagement payout, and all the brand safeguards that we've developed that allow every IP to integrate into Fortnite seamlessly. As a first partner announced at GDC last year, the Lego Group
Was ist nur aus Fortnite geworden? Sagt der, der noch nie Fortnite gespielt hat, aber...
And on June 17th, they're unlocking a highly requested feature, the Lego Brick Editor. It launches with 50 classic bricks, 42 colors, giving creators the power to build with Lego, brick by brick, in Fortnite for the very first time.
Die Leute fahren scheinbar, dass man jetzt in Fortnite mit Lego bauen kann. Was ist mit denen? Macht das doch in Real Life, baut doch Lego in Real Life, doch nicht in Fortnite. Was ist das denn? Warum in Fortnite? Kein Mensch spielt ja Fortnite an sich, das Fortnite. Das spielt doch kein Mensch mehr, oder?
To the program has been a huge success. We launched in March and creators are just starting to publish items.
Oh Gott, dann auch noch Walking Dead Charaktere.
1,000 developers have published Walking Dead games.
105.000 Zuschauer, ja, davon sind wahrscheinlich keine Zuschauer für das Spiel Fortnite an sich, sondern immer nur Spiele in Fortnite. Wie in Roblox halt, ne?
I'm excited to announce that our next wave of partners bringing their worlds for you to create with.
Fortnite staubt halt ab, obwohl Fortnite an sich gar nichts macht, sondern Fortnite ist mittlerweile wie Roblox eine Plattform ist. Gut, geht auch noch. Fortnite ist mittlerweile nur eine Plattform, wo man viele Spiele spielen kann, aber gefühlt nicht mehr Fortnite selbst. Also ich finde das ein bisschen schade, muss ich ehrlich sagen. Ich habe Fortnite noch nie gemocht, aber in welche Richtung das geht, das mag ich gar nicht, muss ich ehrlich sagen. Finde ich nicht gut. Finde ich nicht gut. Bin ich ganz ehrlich.
Our desire to bring iconic IP in the hands of creators doesn't stop with Squid Game. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Warum findest du das nicht gut? Weil Fortnite durch diese Sachen, durch diese neuen Features, durch diese ganzen Spiele und Franchise, hast du gerade gesehen, was da alles jetzt mittlerweile dabei ist bei Fortnite, was man alles machen kann, dass Fortnite mit dem Ganzen abstaubt, obwohl der Ursprung von Fortnite war mal ein Spiel, das war mal ein Online-Multiplayer-Battle-Royale-Shooter. Ne? Und mittlerweile ist Fortnite nicht mehr Fortnite, sondern eben wie Roblox, wo man einfach Spiele erstellen kann und dann Spiele spielen kann, aber es ist doch immer Fortnite. Das ist ganz weird. Ich finde das ganz weird. Weil wenn Leute jetzt heutzutage sagen, ich spiele mal Fortnite, und dann meinen die gar nicht mehr Fortnite. Aber ich nehme an, Fortnite, beziehungsweise die Gründer von Fortnite, die Firma hinter Fortnite, ich habe keine Ahnung, wie gesagt, ich habe in meinem Leben noch nie Fortnite gespielt, ich kenne mich da nicht aus, aber ich nehme an, die Produzenten hinter Fortnite nehmen da alles mit, die ganzen Einnahmen, nehmen die alles mit, obwohl sie eigentlich nicht durch Fortnite an sich ist, sondern durch die Spiele, die in Fortnite erstellt werden. Okay, ich meine, wenn das wirklich stimmt, was du sagst, dass die Leute bezahlen, wenn die eine Map oder so erstellen, okay. Also ich finde es nicht in Ordnung, dass Epic Games Fortnite entwickelt. Achso, Epic Games sind die Fortnite-Entwickler. Abgesehen von Leute, deren Maps bauen. Die bezahlen die ja. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wenn die bezahlen, okay. Aber findest du das nicht ein bisschen komisch, in welche Richtung sich Fortnite entwickelt?
Disney has been leveraging Unreal across film, television, theme parks, and games. And that momentum is only accelerating.
Ich meine, mir ist es eigentlich mehr oder weniger egal, weil mir geht das so am A vorbei, diese ganze Sache mit Fortnite. Nur mich schockiert das gerade ein bisschen, weil, Alter. Das ist gleich wie bei Steam Valve, macht gar nichts, kassiert bei den Verkäufern ab. Ja, vielleicht verstehst du mich auch nicht. Ich weiß ja nicht. Boah, Fall Guys, das waren Zeiten. Vorher ist, glaube ich, mittlerweile wirklich tot. Ja, glaube ich auch.
Just a few weeks ago, we launched Galactic Battle, our most ambitious Star Wars Battle Royale collaboration in Fortnite to date. As part of this season, we partnered with Epic and Team Beyond, who are here with us today, to debut the Star Wars Watch Party Island. For the first time ever, we brought a Disney Plus series into Fortnite. Players got early access to the first few episodes of Star Wars
Fortnite verschlingt einfach alles.
Before they debuted on Disney
Finde ich halt komisch.
The environment went far
Vielleicht bin ich da der Einzige, aber ich finde es komisch, dass Fortnite mittlerweile wie so ein schwarzes Loch, die verschlingen alles.
Explored iconic Star Wars locations and unlocked exclusive in-game rewards. We are excited about the possibilities that social experiences like these represent for the future of linear content consumption. It was a first-of-its-kind moment, and fans showed up in a big way. More than 5 million players visited the island, spending more than 1.7 hours watching together. But that's not the only surprise.
Ich habe die Schnauze voll von den 1000 Launchern am PC. Ich habe nur Steam und alles andere runtergeschmissen. Ich meine, ich habe Epic Games auch am PC. Aber ich benutze eigentlich auch nur Steam. Ich habe Epic Games, ich habe auch GOG.com. Ich meine, itch.io benutze ich zum Beispiel für Indie-Horror-Games, aber sonst benutze ich auch nur Steam eigentlich. Aber ich habe auch Epic Games. Epic Games habe ich glaube, ich habe auf Epic Games gefühlt 3 Games oder so, oder 2.
Showing how Disney and Epic are responsibly
embracing
emerging technologies
Deswegen,
to expand the boundaries of storytelling and reimagine what's possible in
ich kann es auch direkt von der Website runterladen. Ich weiß. Ich finde es aber besser, wenn man. Ich habe das lange Zeit gemacht von der Website runterladen. Ich finde es geiler, wenn man das Programm hat am Desktop und dann einfach da reingehen kann und dann die Liste hat mit Spielen, die man eben dann direkt mit einem Klick spielen kann. Finde ich besser.
Darth, what do I do if I have 1 health?
Perhaps you should have considered that before running around with a pink flamingo head.
Can you hide in the bush?
Hiding in foliage, a tactic for the less powerful.
He's pretty aggressive. Oh my god, yeah, he's insanely aggressive. It's a great distraction.
Darth Vader actually putting in work. Look at that. Boss versus boss battle.
Get him, Darth Vader! Get him!
2018 die Free Games von Epic Games kassiert, nie gezockt und jetzt mich dazu entschieden. Ja. Okay.
Why is he roasting me?
Darth Vader, you're funny, bro. You're funny. You're a funny guy.
Your persistence is growing tiresome, imposter.
Oh my god!
I will not tolerate this disrespect much longer.
Did he just do that to me?
There's one player left. We need to take him out.
Indeed. Let us ensure this final engagement is decisive. The match is ours. Another triumph for the Empire.
Vielleicht ist meine Meinung auch stark geprägt von meinem Hass gegenüber Fortnite. Mittlerweile ist es mir egal einfach. Aber früher habe ich Fortnite, ja, also wie Fortnite so richtig im Trend war, ich habe es gehasst, wirklich. Ich habe Fortnite so gehasst wie die Pest. Mittlerweile ist mir das alles egal. Ich finde es ganz komisch, wie sich Fortnite irgendwie entwickelt hat. Ich weiß auch nicht. Keine Ahnung. Weil früher hat es mit Skins begonnen. Früher waren es mal Skins und mittlerweile ist das irgendwie. Ich weiß auch nicht. Roblox habe ich auch nie gespielt, hatten die auch einen richtigen Modus. Nee, Roblox hatte keinen richtigen Modus. Roblox ist halt einfach eine Seite, wo man auch Spiele selbst erstellen kann oder halt auch tausende Spiele spielen kann. Aber Roblox ist eigentlich, wenn man es genau nimmt, auch nur ein Spiele-Launcher. Und ich habe das Gefühl, Fortnite entwickelt sich auch zu einem Spiele-Launcher.
This marks an important step on our journey to transform entertainment. And the creator community will play a huge role in helping us realize that vision. Thank you, everyone, and back over to you, Sax.
Naja.
Thank you, Sean. Bringing Star Wars to UEFN is going to be a massive unlock and a huge moment for creators and for Epic. It also underscores that this is the right approach that works for IP holders. And in the end, players win with more games with their favorite IP. This is one of the many ways that we're collaborating with Disney to bring their IP to players in new category-defining ways, including, most recently, with Darth Vader in Fortnite.
Ganz bestimmt.
As game developers,
aber ganz stimmt das mit dem richtigen Modus auch nicht. Der Battle Royale Modus von Fortnite wurde auch später als Modus eingeführt. Dadurch wurde Fortnite sehr bekannt. Der erste Modus von denen war Rettet die Welt und das war kein Battle Royale. Ich sag, ich habe keine Ahnung. Ich habe keine Ahnung.
And as a next step, we want to take what we've learned and share the underlying technology with you. So later this year, we'll give creators the tools to build your own engaging AI-powered NPCs in Fortnite.
AI-powered NPCs, okay.
And we're taking it a step further. So creators can not only drive NPC behavior and dialogue, but they can also drive the core game itself.
Ich habe auch früher lieber PUBG gespielt. Ich habe eigentlich nie so richtig einen Online-Multiplayer-Shooter gespielt. Vielleicht habe mal eine Zeit lang Call of Duty gespielt, das war nur ganz kurz. Sonst eigentlich nicht.
And deeper experiences for players. It's a live demo running in a live environment.
Wie gesagt, ich hab Fortnite nie gefühlt, aber mittlerweile ist mir das alles egal. Fortnite ist mir sowas von egal. Ich bin Story Games Zocker, ja auf jeden Fall. Sowas von. Story Games, wo man die Handlung durch seine Entscheidungen prägen kann. Das ist genau meins. Aber ich bin immer offen für andere Games. Aber Story Games. Was? Die zocken jetzt wieder, was?
This demo is going to be a conversation with an AI entity controlled by the LLM. The AI character has a singular goal, make you press the red button. Before you go into Fortnite, we'll jump over to the UEFN editor to show you how simple it is to set up a character for your game. Let's start by taking a look at the new Persona device that's coming later this year. This device enables you to create characters with personalities that players can talk to. You can select the type of voice and delivery you want for your NPC, as well as their characteristics. We specified all our facts in verse code, so let's jump over there to see how we define for our what we define for our character. So facts define both the personality of the AI and the knowledge that it has. All facts for the character is right there. The prompt we inputted for this NPC say that it's a mysterious cosmic entity named Mr. Buttons. Its ultimate goal is to guide me to press the glowing red button with comedic finesse. The code provides the AI with facts about the contents of the world.
One-liners are roasting me?
With the player. About 20 lines of text in total. The Verse API enables us to adapt facts in runtime and to receive structured responses, allowing the AI to directly affect game state. All right, let's jump over to Fortnite and see how this all comes together. And remember, like the AI insistently, the only sole purpose is to get the player to press the glowing red button. All right, take it away, Andrew and Andrew.
Hello
there. I am Mr. Buttons, purveyor of cosmic curiosities and insatiable conversationalist. What brings you to this spectacular catwalk, my friend? Perhaps a yearning for the unknown.
What is this place?
This, my friend, is a cargo room. But not just any cargo room, oh no. It's a portal to possibilities. A stage for the unexpected, though a bit dusty if I am honest.
What does the button do?
The million-dollar question. What doesn't it do? It's a gateway to glory, a ticket to transformation, a symphony of, well, you get the idea. It does things.
What about those signs that say, do not press button?
Signs, you say? Siegins. Mere suggestions from those who lack imagination. After all, rules are made to be gently nudged aside. Wouldn't you agree?
This feels pretty risky. We have a big audience here and even a live stream.
Risk? My dear friend, where is your sense of adventure? Think of the views, the followers. Besides, a little danger.
Das ist typisch KI, wie geil.
You think? Might be normal.
No, we're gonna get out of here. Let's go.
Leaving already? But the fun is just getting started. Think of the stories we could tell, the realms we could conquer.
Meine witzige Geschichte habe ich noch zu Fortnite, so 2017, wo Fortnite Hype begann, war ich in einem Mediamarkt, da war ein Kind, Mama, ich will Fortnite spielen, kauf mir das. Ja, das ist halt auch so ein Ding, diese ganzen Fortnite-Kiddies, das war auch ein Grund, warum ich Fortnite nicht sehr gemocht habe. Vielleicht lag es ja nicht mal an Fortnite selbst, sondern nur an den Leuten, die es gespielt haben, ich weiß halt nicht, ne? Ich weiß nicht. Aber ja, Fortnite, das war ein riesiger Hype, ach du Scheiße, sogar noch vor Corona, stimmt. Vor Corona begonnen.
Bad things to the audience. Heavens no. Unless you consider witnessing pure unadulterated.
Das war schon cool, muss ich sagen. Also mit KI interagieren finde ich schon sehr cool. Vor allem auch mit so gefühlt reden mit der AI.
The audience, what will they think? What did you know? This is going to be good.
Cool. Einfach Shutdown.
Well, they pressed the AI button, and it might have been a bad idea, but like in truth, there's no unpressing that button. So you know, at Epic, we've been thinking a lot about what this future of AI means for us and for the whole industry. And
sicher, das weiß man ja.
We like to back up and remember our aims as game developers. It's to make fun games.
Aber wahrscheinlich gibt es wirklich Leute, die denken, ChatGPT ist die erste KI gewesen. Natürlich, ja, jeder Gegner im Videospiel war eine KI. Natürlich, sicher. Bei FIFA schon immer. Bei FIFA waren die Gegner schon immer KI natürlich. Viele Leute denken das. Ernsthaft jetzt? Es denken viele Leute, dass ChatGPT die erste KI ist. Was denken denn die Leute, was NPC heißt? Ich glaube, Leute wissen nicht, was NPC heißt, ne? Also mit denen ich gesprochen habe, ja. Ja, okay. Ich meine, NPCs hat es ja schon immer gegeben, oder CPUs. Die Gegner bei FIFA zum Beispiel oder bei jedem anderen Sportspiel waren ja CPUs und CPUs sind ja Computer. Also KI-mäßig. Okay, interessant. Das habe ich nicht gewusst, dass das wirklich viele Leute denken. Ich höre eigentlich gar nicht mehr zu. Seitdem die mit Fortnite begonnen haben, ich bin abgeschaltet, ne?
That core decision was a huge victory for all developers, not only Fortnite. And it means that now revenue is shifting away from useless gatekeepers and middlemen to developers who actually build the stuff. The people like us.
Was? Okay. Epic Games ist sowieso Müll. Ja, Müll würde ich nicht sagen. Würde ich nicht sagen. Also Epic Games ist nicht Müll, aber ich mag halt Fortnite nicht. Deswegen. Aber natürlich im Vergleich zu Steam. Die haben Fortnite, die Unreal Engine, mehr haben die nicht. Rocket League.
Remember, Epic's mission here is to make great games and share the technology and tools we build with the entire world so that you can build anything that you want. And today, Unreal Engine is bringing together the entire real-time 3D industry.
Es gibt halt wahrscheinlich Leute, die Epic lieben. Aufgekauft haben sie das. Ja, wahrscheinlich haben die viel aufgekauft.
This is a really exciting time, especially right now, because we're on the road to Unreal Engine 6. This is going to be a multi-year
Alter, Unreal Engine 6. Wie krass wird bitte die Unreal Engine 6? Das frage ich mich.
There's Unreal Engine 5 for high-end standalone game development, and there's Unreal Editor for Fortnite for deploying awesome experiences into the world of Fortnite. And as these two things come together into a single engine, that means we'll have diverse scripting language and really powerful, simple gameplay programming APIs available absolutely everywhere for games of all sorts. And full C++ source code will remain available for engine systems and standalone games of all sorts. So the idea here is that we'll be able to build games and then
Rocket League war tausendmal geiler, bevor es kostenlos wurde durch Epic Games.
Deploy them into other games that support modding or content ecosystems or release a standalone game into
Aber ich hab's bei Epic Games.
for all the different platforms.
Ich weiß, dass es kostenlos ist, aber
And not just that, we also see a larger opportunity, as foreshadowed by our Disney partnership, for all developers to connect our games together into an open economy as peers. And some call this idea we're aiming for the metaverse, and others simply see it as gaming and all
Ich weiß, was Rocket League ist. Natürlich, weiß ich ja. Klar.
Now the great thing is it's us, the people in this room, who will build this together. And so I thank you for the trust you've placed in Epic and the trust you've placed in us to serve your business. And I thank you for coming here to Unreal Fest. This is going to be a really fun show, so please join us for 150 talks. Come to the party on Wednesday, walk the show floor, and most importantly, talk to each other and share your knowledge. Thank you very much.
Oder war ich schon am Montag von der Woche? Ich weiß. Das Problem ist, wenn Spiele kostenlos werden, dass viele Smurfer kommen, das nervt halt, ja. Das war's schon, oder wie? Also das heißt schon. 1,5 Stunden halt, ja. Ja, das war die State of Unreal vom Unreal Fest in Orlando. Ich sag mal so, sie haben meine Aufmerksamkeit ein bisschen verloren. Die letzte halbe Stunde war das ja mit Fortnite. Ja, ungefähr. Davor war es sehr cool, vor allem auch Witcher 4 und generell wo sie so ein bisschen gezeigt haben von der Unreal Engine 5.6, ne, auch das mit diesen Meta-Human, das fand ich sehr, sehr cool, aber so Fortnite Infinity Nikki Highlight, ja, nee, war halt was anderes, ne, aber ich wollte mir das trotzdem noch anschauen, weil, ja, gehört halt so indirekt zum Summer Game Fest dazu, naja, gut, am Ende haben sie meine Aufmerksamkeit ein bisschen verloren mit Fortnite, aber es ist halt Epic Games, da gehört Fortnite natürlich dazu, aber naja, auf YouTube, danke fürs Zusehen. Das war die State of Unreal und wir sehen uns dann bei der nächsten Reaction zum Summer Game Fest wieder. Ciao!
Wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, würde ich mich über einen Daumen nach oben freuen. Hier könnt ihr ein Abo dalassen, wäre auch sehr nice. Hier seht ihr die gesamte Playlist von diesem Let's Play oder was auch immer. Und hier, ja, hier drunter seht ihr das automatisch ausgewählte Video von YouTube. Das ist ein super Outro. Geil!